What's up, you wonderful beings and beings out there? I thought I'd do a little part two here. Maybe the more important part of the meal, the dessert, and tell you what it is and why I eat it. So, looky here. What we have is golden milk and some figs. So, the first part of the meal, I had all of that olives and pickles and all sorts of some hearts of palm and some oil and things. And for dessert, what I thought I'd do and put in that brass bowl there is put a golden milk. Now, the golden milk is made of, well, this time you can use any kind of nut you want, but the nut is important because it has oil, and the oil is the containment vessel for all of the other colors, the nutrition, the whatever else what seasoning and spices you're putting in there. And the spices, the reason in India it's called curry, is because it carries currency. It's energy. And this is why they're so bright and wonderful colors in India, because it's a very current, vibrant, energy-rich culture. So here we have nut milk that is turned into golden milk. And what's inside of there is they use milk from the cow, and there's lots of reasons for this. I'm not going to tell you that story here, but certainly there's a lot of adoration for the mother and what the cow represents, and there's a lot of archetypes and things that go on in that culture. But for here, we're using nut milk, so that way we're not, relying on another living creature per se. We're just going to use the nut and make it into a milk. Blend up some. What did I use here? I used pecans. Almonds are good, and almonds are good for the amygdala. This is where you get the word almond joy from, the joy center for your mind. So almond milk is very good. Walnut is good for your brain. It looks like the brain. It has two hemispheres. It's very oily, and it has all of everything you need to help your brain out. It has a hard shell, just like your skull. It has the barrier around it, like the blood-brain barrier. Walnut milk is very good for this. And just, it's always preference here. There's a lot of different, it's just what I had this time was a pecan. A pecan is brain food as well. It has a very similar construct to a walnut, and it's very oily. So I used that as a base, and then I put some sweetener in there. All I had was cane sugar, raw cane sugar. And there's nothing wrong with cane. We'll do the cane thing another time and speak about what sugar is and what cane is. But and people are like, okay, well, we're not going to use honey because that's from a hive and that's hurting the bees, and they get into all the different kind of division processes. But find yourself a sweetener that you like and that you find that's it fits in with what you think is a good quality sweetening device that's not harming anything, if that's what you need. So made up some milk. And what you can put in there, the best things to put are vanilla, cinnamon. Turmeric is the main ingredient, turmeric. Vanilla, cinnamon, cardamom, clove, ginger. Now these are some of the main elements. What I used was, because what I had was turmeric, cinnamon, cardamom, clove. I didn't have ginger this time, so I didn't use it. And blended that all up with the sugar, and then I have some figs. Now, what am I getting out of that milk? It's very calming and relaxing to the stomach. The fats in the milks are very good, and it's also getting into my blood and carrying what is turmeric, and turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. Now, I don't like words like anti-inflammatory. What would be the opposite of anti-inflammatory? It'd be pro-cooling device. It'd be causing it's moving things out of the body that don't need to be in there. Let's put it that way. It's moving fluidiums out of the body, so causing maybe like you have a swollen joint, knuckle, an ankle, a knee. It helps to relieve that. So I have that, and then I have these figs, and these figs, I have a black mission fig, and I have two California. I forget the name of these other ones, but I already ate one because they're so delicious. And figs they grow in pairs. There's two of them, and what hangs in twos? Well, what else is filled with seeds and hangs in twos? It's good for procreation. Okay, so figs are all about procreation, and they're fully full of fiber. Fully full of fiber. That's fun to say. So this helps to push the meal out that I just ate. So what I just ate didn't have necessarily a lot of fiber in it. So that way, when I ate everything in my last meal, it sits and it digests, and it goes through, and it's in my stomach, my small intestines, my large intestines, and it's extracting all of the information out of that I need. But there was not a lot of fiber in it. So now what I'll do, because it's been a little while, for dessert, I wait a little while, and I put the next part of my meal in, which is first the milk. The milk is going to be, it's everywhere, and it's going through my system. And then these fiber-rich figs, which are all about procreation, and I'll eat these, and that will push everything else through my system that's already been extracted. So now I can push this stuff out. So figs and some nut milk is my dessert. And I'll be sitting here fat and happy. So hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk soon. Keep yourself fat and happy, or skinny and happy. Just be happy, or be depressed, be whatever you need to be. But inspire the world if you can. Inspire yourself if you can't do that. Stay awesome. Stay brilliant.